Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and ready for another journey across the United Kingdom. As you already know, this special series introduces you to some of Britain's most fascinating cities. Usually our learner Sarwar joins us on these adventures, but today it's just me, Adam. I'll be your guide as we continue discovering the places that make the UK so unique. So far, we've explored London, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, and Liverpool. Today, we're traveling to one of the world's most famous cities, a place where history, education, and tradition come together beautifully. Welcome to Oxford. Imagine that it is a cool autumn morning. The sun is slowly rising above ancient stone buildings, church towers, and elegant colleges. The narrow streets are beginning to fill with students carrying books, cyclists making their way to lectures, and visitors looking up in admiration at the magnificent architecture. The sound of church bells echoes gently across the city, while the River Thames, known locally as the Isis in Oxford, flows quietly beside peaceful meadows. This is Oxford, a city that has inspired scholars, scientists, writers, and dreamers for nearly 1,000 years. Oxford is located in the county of Oxfordshire, in the south of England, about 60 miles, or nearly 100 kilometres, northwest of London. Thanks to excellent rail and road connections, it is one of the easiest historic cities to reach from the capital. Many visitors arrive expecting only to see the famous university, but they quickly discover that Oxford is much more than a university city. It is a living community with rich traditions, modern industries, welcoming neighbourhoods, and people from all over the world. The history of Oxford stretches back to the Saxon period. The city's name comes from the Old English words meaning a ford for oxen, a shallow place where cattle could cross a river. By the 10th century, Oxford had already become an important market town. Merchants travelled here to buy and sell goods, while craftsmen produced tools, clothing, and household items. Because of its position between London and the Midlands, Oxford grew steadily in importance. However, Oxford became truly famous because of education. Teaching was taking place in the city by the late 11th century, and by around 1096, scholars were studying here regularly. The university expanded rapidly after 1167, when King Henry II discouraged English students from attending the University of Paris. As more teachers and students arrived, Oxford developed into one of Europe's leading centres of learning. Today, the University of Oxford is regarded as one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in the world. Interestingly, it is not just one university building. Instead, it is made up of 39 independent colleges and several permanent private halls. Each college has its own history, traditions, accommodation, and beautiful buildings, while students also belong to the wider university. Some of the best-known colleges include Christ Church, Magdalen College, Balliol College, Merton College, New College, Trinity College, St John's College, and All Souls College. Christ Church is especially famous because it has educated British Prime Ministers and inspired scenes in the Harry Potter films. Magdalen College is admired for its stunning grounds and ancient traditions, while Balliol and Merton are among the oldest colleges in England. The university attracts more than 26,000 students from over 160 countries. Although many students come from across the United Kingdom, thousands travel from Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, and Oceania. Walking through Oxford today, you will hear dozens of different languages. It is one of the most international academic communities anywhere in the world. Oxford has educated some remarkable people throughout history. More than 30 British Prime Ministers studied here. Famous graduates include Oscar Wilde, J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, Indira Gandhi, Bill Clinton, Stephen Hawking, Malala Yousafzai, and countless Nobel Prize winners. Their achievements remind us that education can shape not only individuals, but also the future of nations. Of course, Oxford is not only about students. Around 165,000 people live in the city itself, creating a lively and diverse community. People from many different backgrounds have chosen to make Oxford their home. Some work in education and research, while others are employed in healthcare, technology, publishing, tourism, and manufacturing. The city's diversity has enriched its culture, food, and festivals. If you visit Oxford, you may notice that local people generally speak with a Southern English accent. Younger residents often have a modern standard British pronunciation, although many accents can be heard because of the city's diverse population. Someone who comes from Oxford is traditionally called an Oxonian. The word is also used to describe graduates or members of the University of Oxford, giving it a special academic connection. Like every city in England, Oxford has local government. Oxford City Council manages services such as housing, waste collection, parks, local planning, environmental health, and leisure facilities. Above the City Council sits Oxfordshire County Council, which is responsible for education, highways, libraries, social care, and transport across the county. Together, these councils help ensure that daily life runs smoothly for residents. Although Oxford itself is a city rather than a borough, divided into separate towns, it contains many well-known neighbourhoods and communities. Areas such as Headington, Cowley, Summertown, Jericho, Blackbird Leys, Rose Hill, North Oxford, East Oxford, and Wolvercote each have their own character. Headington is famous for hospitals and students. Cowley is known for its multicultural community and car manufacturing. Summertown offers attractive shopping streets, while Jericho combines history with independent cafes and restaurants. One of Oxford's greatest employers outside education is the Mini Car Factory in Cowley. Thousands of people work there, helping to produce the famous Mini cars that are exported around the world. The presence of advanced engineering companies and scientific research organisations has also earned Oxford a reputation as one of Britain's leading innovation centres. Football also has an important place in the city's identity. Oxford United Football Club represents the city in professional football. Their home ground is the Kassam Stadium, where loyal supporters gather to cheer on the team every season. Although Oxford may not have the global football reputation of Manchester or Liverpool, local supporters are passionate about their club, and match days bring the community together. When it comes to food, Oxford offers something for everyone. Traditional British favourites such as fish and chips, Sunday roast, pies, and afternoon tea remain popular. However, because of the international population, visitors can also enjoy Indian, Chinese, Middle Eastern, Italian, Japanese, Thai, African, and many other cuisines. The covered market, which has served shoppers since the 18th century, remains one of the best places to experience local produce, fresh baked goods, and independent cafes. Oxford is surrounded by beautiful countryside, making it an excellent base for exploring southern England. The Cotswolds lie to the west with their charming stone villages. Blenheim Palace, the birthplace of Sir Winston Churchill, is only a short drive away in nearby Woodstock. The River Thames offers opportunities for boating, rowing, and punting, a traditional activity where a flat-bottomed boat is pushed gently along the river with a long pole. Several important cities are located close to Oxford. London is only about an hour away by train, making it ideal for day trips. Reading lies to the southeast, while Swindon is to the west. Birmingham, England's second largest city, can be reached in around 90 minutes by train. Bristol is also within easy travelling distance, and historic cities such as Bath, Coventry, and Milton Keynes are well connected by road and rail. This central location has helped Oxford become both a national and international destination. As the day continues, visitors gather beneath the famous Dreaming Spires, a phrase coined by the Victorian poet Matthew Arnold to describe Oxford's graceful skyline. Bells ring from ancient towers, students hurry between lectures, tourists admire centuries-old libraries, and researchers continue work that may change the future. Oxford is a city where history never feels distant. Instead, it walks beside modern life every single day. As evening approaches, Oxford becomes even more magical. The crowds begin to thin, and the soft golden light reflects from the honey-coloured stone buildings. Walking beside the rivers or through the quiet college gardens, you can almost imagine the generations of students who have walked the very same paths before you. Many famous stories were born here. J.R.R. Tolkien, author of The Lord of the Rings, spent many years in Oxford as both a student and a professor. C.S. Lewis, who wrote The Chronicles of Narnia, also lived and taught here. It is easy to understand why these writers found inspiration in a city filled with ancient libraries, hidden courtyards, and peaceful gardens. Every corner seems to tell a story waiting to be discovered. Oxford is also famous for its libraries, particularly the Bodleian Library, one of the oldest libraries in Europe. Millions of books are stored there, and scholars from around the world continue to use its remarkable collections. The Radcliffe Camera, with its distinctive circular design, has become one of the city's most recognizable landmarks and is admired by visitors throughout the year. Life in Oxford balances tradition with innovation. While centuries-old ceremonies continue inside the colleges, scientists and researchers are developing new medicines, advancing artificial intelligence, and contributing to medical discoveries that benefit people across the globe. The city demonstrates that respecting history does not prevent progress. Instead, the two can exist side by side. The people of Oxford are proud of their city, not only because of its university, but also because of its welcoming atmosphere and strong sense of community. Throughout the year, local festivals, cultural events, concerts, and sporting activities bring residents together. Markets fill the streets with local crafts and delicious food, while museums and galleries ensure there is always something new to explore. Perhaps the greatest lesson Oxford teaches us is that learning never truly ends. Whether you are studying at one of its famous colleges, reading in a quiet library, exploring a museum, or simply walking through its historic streets, the city encourages curiosity. It reminds us that every question leads to another discovery, and every journey begins with the willingness to learn. So, if you ever have the chance to visit Oxford, don't rush. Take your time. Walk through its narrow lanes, listen to the church bells, watch students cycling to lectures, enjoy a warm cup of tea in a local cafe, and appreciate the remarkable blend of history, culture, and knowledge that makes this city unlike anywhere else in the world. Thank you very much for joining me on today's journey through Oxford. I hope you've enjoyed discovering its fascinating history, world-famous university, diverse communities, and unique traditions. If you enjoyed this episode, please support the channel by liking the video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing so you never miss another lesson. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me which UK city you'd like us to explore in our next episode. Until next time, take care, keep learning, and I'll see you again very soon.